I've just finished recording and editing a video called 5 Tactical Mistakes that Club Players Make, and it's 24 minutes long, and I realise a lot of people won't want to sit through 24 minutes of me talking like this. So this is the short version. If you want to see the long version, it's on the screen at the moment, and the link is in the text description. Everything is explained here. So I'm just going to try and summarise the ideas. The first tactical mistake that most club players make is they don't have a decision-making process. Their shot selection is based completely on what's happening in that second, and you can't play your game like that. You can't. You need to make decisions based on where the ball is and where your opponent is, but if you've got some underlying principle, you'll do a much better job. And the principle I recommend is the traffic light system. Red for defence. Are you under pressure? Hit the ball high, get it to the back to give yourself time. Amber or yellow. This is the situation where you're trying to create opportunities by hitting the ball to the back, by keeping it tight, by hitting it wide. You're not going to lose the point because of that shot, but you're not going to win it, but you might create an opportunity. And the third one, of course, is the green. If you have an opportunity and you know it's an opportunity, take that opportunity. So that's the first one, decision-making process. The second one is utilize the height of the front wall. Professional players use the height much more than club players. Yes, sometimes club players hit the ball high when they're at the front, but they don't often do it when they're at the back. Professionals do that. Think about, you've got so much height, use it. Just think about tennis players who lob the ball when their opponent's at the net. Squash players should be thinking the same. I need to get the ball over my opponent, and not enough club players do that. The third one is hitting the ball hard and low, and you could say, well, that's the same as the first one, but it is a little bit different. A lot of club players think that hitting the ball as hard as possible and as low as possible is the way to success. It's not. The higher up the level you go, the better the player you become, the better the opponent you play, the less that becomes effective, especially if you do it all of the time. Better players will simply hit the ball with a very short backswing, maybe boast it, maybe over the top, a little bit of topspin, take the ball to the front. You're going to end up rushing yourself. It can be effective if you're playing older players who are definitely slower than they used to be, but it's probably not as effective as you think it is. It feels great because hitting the ball hard is wonderful, and then you think, well, I won a couple of points, but you forget all the other ones that you didn't win or that you lost immediately. Don't be a one-dimensional, smack it hard and smack it low player. It's not as effective as you think. The third one is to make sure that you use the serve more effectively. Now, squash players professional squash players generally don't have great serves, and they don't have great serves because professional squash players are generally very good at hitting the ball high on their backhand and on their forehand. Club players are not so good. You could win or at least create so many more opportunities as a club player if you vary your serve and you try to find what works against your opponent. I recommend the very high serves. Obviously not that if you're hitting them out all of the time, but remember, you can practice them. So practice those high serves, use the serve at the opponent, use the serve that hits the sidewall early and comes towards the opponent from a difficult angle. Those things will cause club players much more problems than they would professional players, which is why professional players generally just hit boring serves because they know that they're unlikely to win the point straight away and they just want to minimize the chance of losing the point. And the last one, which is related to the traffic light system, is when you get opportunities, take them. So often I see in my virtual coaching sessions where people send me videos of them playing, they create these opportunities and then they didn't go for the winner. Now, I'm not suggesting that you should be going for nicks every single opportunity, that if the ball is this far away from the ball, well, that's an opportunity. No, it's not. But if you get your opponent to hit the ball short, go for the winner. We're hitting the ball to the back to create opportunities. If you create opportunities and you just let them go by, well, there might be an argument for a longer term strategical plan, but honestly, it's probably that you're not comfortable doing it. Practice hitting the ball short when you're on court on your own, and then when you get the chance, do it. Take the opportunities that are given to you. So that was like the quick version of the video. As I said, if you want to see the long version, which explains everything in much more detail, there's a link in the text description, maybe even up here, depending on how I've done this video. All right, so those were my 5 tactical tips. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. If you've got others that you want to share, do that. Maybe I'll make a second one of these based on, some other observations. I haven't decided yet, so we'll see what happens. This is a subscription button. If and only if you think my content is useful, please subscribe. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I don't mind. Over here is a collection of 5 other things. So videos with 5 other things. And down here is a video that YouTube thinks is a good fit for you based on what you've been watching. And of course, remember, do something every single day, please, to improve your squash. See ya.